We begin today with not just a fashion show, but a fashion experience. Runway Noir, a fashion experience, will have style, grace, and will benefit the great local nonprofit, Aaron's House. Joining us today to tell us about this event is Elizabeth Carson-Racker, the fashion show coordinator, and Pamela Robinson from Aaron's House. So welcome to you both. It's so great to have you both here.
Yes,
Thank you.
So before we get to the event itself, I want to talk a little bit about the organization that it's benefiting, Aaron's House. Can you walk me through what that is exactly?
Yes, what Aaron's House is an organization that supports caregivers of people with mental health challenges. We support the caregivers in various ways. We educate them, we provide respite, we have support groups, we teach them about self-care and anything that will benefit them and make their load a little lighter. That's what Aaron House does to the caregiver.
And you're the founder of this organization because it has a special place in your heart. Your son was diagnosed with a mental illness. And talk about the challenges that come with that.
Oh, the challenges were just great. They were very, very difficult. My son was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in the year 2000. Mm-hmm. Back then, they weren't talking about mental illness like we're talking about it now. Yeah. In my family, we were like a deer in the headlight. We didn't know what to do. And the challenges navigating the mental health system, watching your loved one go from this, quote, normal acting person into someone that you at times didn't recognize, and things he said that, you know, were kind of off. And it was just so heartbreaking as a mother and his family to watch him. And we just felt so alone. And back then in 2000, there was the stigma, I believe, was much greater than it is now. And so we had to deal with that. We wanted to protect him and we wanted to get him help, but navigating the system was really awful. And we didn't know that much about mental illness, and we didn't know anything about bipolar disorder. That's why I founded Aaron's House, so that we could be a roadmap to those coming behind us.
Yeah, it's so important, such important work that you do. And so you've teamed up with a, fashion show so we can help raise funds for this amazing organization. That's where you come in. Yes. So can you tell me more about, the fashion show itself?
Okay, Runway Noir features multiple things. We are on the runway featuring clothes, dancing. We're giving the runway life. And we're just so happy to be here with Pamela to come together to raise money for a good cause.
Right, and so like you said, it's more than just a fashion show. We're going to see some amazing clothes, right? So what are some of the designers, or who are some of the designers that we'll see?
Local designers, that is the main thing. We have Danny B, we have Audrey Pat McGee, myself, Elizabeth Carson Designs, Ricardo's, and we also have boutiques. So we have Art and Bridal, Switching Up Styles. So we all come together as a unit that we usually are here in the community, and we just put it on one stage.
Yeah, and so you said it is more like a show, almost like a performance.
Yes.
So how does that come in?
Well, we paired it with a little bit of stage play, I guess you want to say. We do great music, we dance. The models have been working their tails off for this show. We practice 3 days a week for now, going on for 3 months, because they have to remember routines and cues and dance cues and pairing them up for personalities on the runway. So it's a whole collective. We always say it's a little parody off of Broadway meets the runway.
Wow. Yeah. So there's going to be music, some dancing, some performance. Is there like live musicians going to be?
There will be live musicians. We have Ernest Collins, who is another Tampa Bay finest here. He'll be playing live for us.
Yeah. And how did you two come together to, work together for this cause? Do you remember who started it?
It was with Ernest Collins. Okay. They've been partnering for how many years now for the organization?
For about 5 years. During our annual events, we would have Ernest Collins to perform for us, and the crowd just loved him, and we kept bringing him back. And then the idea came up. I thought about, I would like to have a fashion show, and so he, of course, mentioned Runway Noir, and the rest is history.
Wow. So this sounds like an amazing event. So let's talk about the tickets. Can anyone come to this event?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Kids, bring your families. This is an experience. We say it's Ebony Fashion Fair's offspring.
Yeah.
I was 12 years old when I first saw Ebony Fashion Fair. So I'm saying it shapes your life. This show will change you. And bring your kids, bring the family. It's a family affair.
Yes. Okay, so we have a little taste of what we're going to see, right? Because you brought a couple of models with you. So let's bring out the first model. Who do we have
Monica here wearing a ruche.
Wow.
It's a parody with bold and culture. Marushi is a young designer here also. This was featured in Tampa Bay Fashion Week in the winter.
This is amazing.
Yes.
So who would think to kind of put these different fabrics
It's all
together?
derived from her culture. She's doing different prints, multicolor. She really does accent who she is and where she's from.
Yeah. Now, will this model be in the show
Yes,
as well?
she will,
Okay.
Monica.
All right,
showing off on the runway.
She'll be amazing, I can tell. Okay, so
Yeah.
we have one more model.
Yes, we have Mahmoud.
Okay, who do
coming
we
out.
Mahmoud.
Mahmoud coming out with Ricardo. Very sophisticated suiting, but we paired it up with a sash, so that you see a lot of things on social media with the long drapes that men are doing, just to give you some more drama, almost that regal feel. We paired it up with the sequence sash, so I think complements his flair, and he will be on the runway as well.
Yeah, and I've been seeing that a lot, like women doing that around their hips. Is that the inspiration?
It
We
is
should
the
ask Rick, I
inspiration,
think.
yes. He is back there.
That's the
But
inspiration. We know Rick very well on this show, so I can see his stamp all over this outfit. So.
But it's like almost a trend that they're doing with AI, where they're doing the long drapes and the regal look.
Yes.
So we made a little twist to it.
Absolutely, and then you're going to have clothes in the show as well,
I will.
obviously.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, let's bring both models back on. They look amazing. Just a hint of what you can see at the show. So definitely get your tickets, still available. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
My pleasure.
Yes. And if you would like to learn more and to get tickets, you can head to the website you see right there, runwaynoir.com.